Next, let's talk about what time should you be trading. The Forex market is open 24 hours a day, 5 times per week, from Monday all the way till Friday, which means that it is only closed on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Even though it is 24 hours, people are not working 24 hours in their respective country, right? So the city with the major financial hub in the relevant time zone is given the session title during their business hours. So what this means is that when it's 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in New York, it's not 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in London and Tokyo, because these countries have different time zones. So there are 3 major trading sessions, which are Asian, London, and New York. I kind of like to lump Sydney and Tokyo session together as one session, which is called the Asian session, because Sydney session is not really important. So these different sessions start at different times of the day. The time you see on the screen right now is in Singapore time. So based on the country you are in, the timing will be different for you. So make sure you convert them into the time zone of the country that you are in. Firstly, let's talk about Asian session. Asian session begins a few hours after the market resets. So the market resets at around 5 a.m. and Asian session starts at 7 a.m. Singapore time. Tokyo is the major financial capital of Asia, so about 21% of all Forex transactions are done here. Hong Kong, Sydney, and Singapore are active during this session as well. So during the Asian session, there is a little liquidity, meaning there is not a lot of trading volume. We are going to dive deeper into what currency pairs to trade during each of these sessions during another lesson. Basically, like what currency pairs are the most volatile during each of these sessions. London session is right after the Asian session. It begins around 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Singapore time and it ends at around midnight. So London is the capital of Forex in the entire world. So this session is the most volatile session of all 3. Alright, that's an important thing to note, guys. This session is the most volatile session of all 3. There is very high liquidity, especially for pairs involving Euro and the Great Britain pound. They will move a lot during this timing, guys. So take note and be careful. New York session starts at 8 p.m. Singapore time and is open until the market reset at 5 a.m. SGT. It is the second most volatile session. It will overlap with London from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And during this overlap, price will be the most volatile, which means that price can jump up and down 100 pips easily, especially since economic news involving the US dollar come out during this session. An example will be FOMC. So all of this economic news we're going to discuss further into another lesson. So what time should you trade? That is a big question. And ultimately, my honest advice to you will be trade according to your schedule. Do not try to find like the most volatile session and then you trade then. Trade according to your schedule. What this means is that let's say you have school, so you might have school in the morning and afternoon, so you could only be trading at night, right? So in Singapore, at night would be the New York session, so you'll only be trading the New York session, right? So, or if you have a full-time job, or you're working like a 9 to 5, right? So you cannot be trading from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So same thing, you only want to trade at night, so New York session would be the best for you. So ultimately, trade according to your schedule. The beautiful thing about trading is that it gives us the freedom to trade whenever we want. So do not force yourself to like trade a session where you're not free. You need to find a session where you're free and you can be 100% focused and trade during that session, be it the London or the Asian or the New York session.